Stuart was the boy next door to me. He moved next door when he was about 13, so count how many years that was. But he's moved away, and he and Diane are our favorite people. My daughter, Sally Sharp Harris, and her husband, Fred, and Ken and I just spend our time arguing over who's better friends with Diane and Stuart, and we all end up in a tie after. But anyway, when I think of Stuart next door, I think of his coming to sell me Cutco. You know what Cutco is. I have to put in a plug for the company. You were in 13 or 15 quite a few years ago, and my Cutco has held up it's held up better than I have. So anyway, I want to cut on Cutco if any of you buy any. Let's see. All of us who knew Stuart in those days and followed him all these years were so proud of him when he graduated. He got his degree from Brown University, and he received his JD from the University of Texas Law School, and his LLM, whatever that is, from George. It sounds impressive, but the whole thing's impressive. From George Washington University School of Law. Stuart had a very successful career as a partner in Lock Lord, and he was assistant of the Commissioner of Internal Revenue Service and an adjunct professor at SMU School of Law at one time. He's listed in Who's Who, named in the best lawyers in America, and Stuart has done so much in the community. He's on the board of the Southwestern Medical Foundation and very active at the Meadows School of the Arts at SMU through the years, and he's been a DMA, Dallas Museum of Art trustee, and on their executive committee and general counsel, and a trustee at Lamplighter and trustee at Goodwill Industries. I can't believe it's been 3 years ago, but the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the death of JFK will be 3 years in November. And Mayor Mike Rawlings asked me to chair it. And I in weak moments that I did, although it was a very fascinating experience. One of my good committee members, Linda Custer, was there. And first thing we did was get Stuart on board. All of his services is free. I shouldn't tell you that, but anyway, he helped us, and I didn't know we were going to need his help from day one because the mayor gave me a year and a half to work on this. But the first phone call I had was from Washington, D.C. or somewhere, and it was some man who was head of the conspiracy group of America. This is 50 years later. This group meets regularly, and he said, we meet. You cannot have Dealey Plaza because we meet there, and we meet on November the 22nd, and at 12 noon. See, that was the time and the day of the assassination. And I'm giving you notice, Mrs. Altshuler, that we are going to be there. You're not going to be there. Anyway, well, that was the first phone call, and I was just, So I called Stuart, and he kind of took it from there. Laurie Pete's around here somewhere, and Laurie really managed the whole thing. So anyway, so that's all I know. But that's a lot. And we're so proud of Stuart. I'm glad I got out of my sick bed to come because you're the best.
Thank you, Ruth. The great silent film actor, Lon Chaney, learned to sign before he learned to speak. Both of his parents were mute and profoundly deaf. Chaney had very few friends growing up. Instead, he would come home from school every afternoon and pantomime the events of the day for his parents. This almost certainly affected his film career, not only because pantomime was important in silent film, but more significantly, because almost all of the characters he played were outsiders and loners. Toward the end of his life, he made the comment, often quoted, that deafness is the loneliest of disabilities. Today, under the leadership of Tom Campbell and his predecessors, Callier is confronting deafness and dispelling the loneliness that it can cause. Just consider what Callier has done. Callier has developed one of the largest and most consequential cochlear implant programs in the world, and since 1991 has implanted more than 865 children, giving them the ability to hear. Over the past 3 years, Callier has participated in and led the first clinical trial investigation of a novel treatment for tinnitus, a condition that causes a constant ringing in the ears. Callier faculty has developed an innovative model of rehabilitation for adults with hearing impairment, a hearing rehabilitation model currently in use throughout the country. One of the first rehabilitation programs for young children who are both deaf and blind was established at Callier. In the 1970s, a team of Callier researchers pioneered techniques relating to the auditory brainstem response in humans. These procedures are now being used as a clinical tool in clinics around the world. Spearheaded by Callier faculty and clinicians, clinical audiology training programs have been implemented in countries in Africa and Central America. Callier has developed a sustainable and creative model for dispensing and maintaining hearing aids for pediatric patients from low-income families. And as demonstrated earlier, over the past 25 years, Callier's collaboration with the Dallas Independent School District and UT Southwestern has formed a unique preschool educational setting that integrates hearing-impaired students with normal hearing children. And these are just some of the things that Callier has done. Needless to say, it's been a privilege to have been associated with Callier for over 35 years and to have contributed, if only modestly, to its many good works. I'm deeply honored to receive this award, an honor enhanced by the fact that it's in the names of my two good friends, Ruth and Ken Altshuler. Indeed, best friends. I want to thank Angie Kadeski and the host committee for organizing today's lovely luncheon. And in particular, I want to thank our two honorary chairs, Michael and Lloyd Powell, for their invaluable support. In closing, I'll leave you with a quote from deaf actress Marlee Matlin, a well-known spokesperson for the hearing impaired. Marlee said, "I hope I inspire people who hear. Hearing people have the ability to remove barriers that prevent deaf people from achieving their dreams. Callier has removed many barriers and advanced many dreams by minimizing or even eliminating deafness where possible, and where not possible, by helping the deaf live with dignity and without loneliness." Thank you.